What's up, and welcome to another episode, Master Moats Film Session. And today we're going to be talking about Dan Moore Jr., still his 4th round pick out of Texas A&M. Now, I like Dan's game a lot, man. I think he's a very smart player. Obviously, he was a multi-year starter at left tackle for an SEC school, so you definitely know that holds a lot of weight. So without further ado, we're going to play this play in full speed, and after that, I'm going to break it down. But here he is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I circled both guys. I'm sorry. There he is right there. All right. Continue. All righty. So, starting this play off, man, obviously Dan is coming out of a 3-point stance here. Now, I do like that because, number one, typically when you see O-linemen in 3-point stance, the first telltale sign we think is run. And then if they're in a 2-point stance, we think is pass. So it's good to see him actually mixing it up right here. Now, it could be because of the red zone or whatever it may be. But as a whole, I like the fact that he's coming out of a 3-point stance and going into his pass set on this play. And now from here, doesn't get it. Obviously, this is a bigger body guy, so he knows speed isn't going to be the biggest challenge on this play. It's more so going to be your technique and can you withstand the power of this bigger body defender here. So good body position early on, right? Square, good base between his legs. I like the initial punch. Now, right here, this is where he gets into just a little bit of trouble. Nice lockout initially, but then gets a little bit top heavy. The DN is able to pull him down a little bit, and you can see his body jerk forward. But then I do like his recovery in terms of just being able to get back in position to finish off the play. As a whole, has to just work on being has to work on just being more consistent from a pad level standpoint. But as a whole, man, I like this right here. Like I said, man, just with the bigger body guy, understanding how he can hurt you and what he can't do to hurt you. You're not worried about the speed, so you don't have to give up a lot of ground in a kick set right here. Be ready to just take on the brunt of this man's force, and then from there, extend. Beautiful on the extension early, just a little bit top heavy at the end part of it. But this is still a good play right here for this guy right here, man. Feeling a little bit of pressure, play back into it, stay in position, man. But like I said, this is some of the things that Dan does really well. I think, like I said, very fundamental, needs to get a little bit stronger, but as a whole, you can see the things that made him a 3-year starter at Texas A&M at left tackle. All right, now this next play that we're going to show with Dan shows him picking up the blitz and handling the speed rush, some elements that he's going to really have to do if he's playing left tackle at the NFL level. Here he is once again right there. After that, we'll break this thing down. So let me show you quick. All righty. So initially, right, he has a 5 technique, a guy that's outside of him that he does have to be aware of. He does have to respect this guy. But at the same time, he sees this nickel rush right here. He sees the nickel right here, eyes heavy inside, not a lot of disguise going on right here. And telltale sign, the safety is definitely undressing him. Safety sitting here over top of this guy, him staring in here. Yeah, if you're Dan, you're saying, man, this guy is blitzing. Something's up right here. So now as the play progresses, I like the vertical set. That's the first thing, right? You don't chase these defenders. You're blocking a point. You're not chasing after these guys in here, all right? You're protecting this guy right here. So good vertical set. Now from here, he recognized, okay, it's the blitzer I got to deal with. Now, the last clip we saw a bigger body guy. We said, man, you weren't worried about the speed. You're worried about the power. Can you withstand the bull rush and things like that? Now it's the opposite. Now you have this smaller DB out here. You're not worried about him running you over. You're worried about this guy running around you, but you also want to make sure that he doesn't use his lateral quickness to shake you and you give up the inside either. So what Dan does by staying vertical and staying square in his set, now he's able to get this inside hand to punch this smaller defender first. And you saw as soon as he did it, how his body reacted to it. Now Dan has him where he wants him. Now Dan is able to just stay strong with this inside hand, control him so that way he can't retrace and get back into this play if this quarterback wanted to step up or scramble potentially. But this is a good finish by Dan right here. But like I said, man, from the beginning, vertical set. We're not worried about that. Now, inside hand, pushing them by. Let's go. That's how you handle the smaller speed rusher right there. And then good job just coming back downhill with him when he goes for the retrace. So that way your quarterback is always protected. But really good play right there by Dan, man. Oh, you were expecting more film right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to talk to you about Manscaped because they are the people who are bringing you this episode. But more importantly, they are the leaders in the below the waist region of grooming. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, their Lawnmower 4.0, which just got released, is a bad mama jamma. You will not be disappointed if you are using that, and that is either guy or girl. Trust me, smooth as a baby's bottom, and they have a nice little light on it so you can see whatever you are trying to shave. But more importantly, use the promo code Moats so you can receive your 20% off of all your purchases along with free shipping. So make sure you take advantage of that. And back to the regularly scheduled programming. All right, now this last play that we're going to see from Dan just shows some run blocking, man. Something that we definitely want to see more of. Something that in Pittsburgh is going to be heavily reviewed and scrutinized and combed through, especially in 2021. So it's going to be important that he continues to play at a high level in this element of his game. So once again, here he is at the left tackle spot. Play it in full speed. Now that I'll break it down for you. All righty. So first off, he understands that once again, he has a 5 technique, right? Or excuse me, this guy's going to be in a go 6 because this is a tight end right here. He's just off ball alignment. But for this particular play, Dan knows that he has to get to this guy's edge. The play is designed to go out here. So he has to get here. And if he gets here, that's the first part of his job. And then after that, any of these guys that he can knock off as extra, that's just a bonus. That's a data boy at the end of it, right? But right here, Dan initially coming out the stance, 3-point again, right? Now we see him good initial step, right? Good lateral step. Not gaining too much ground, but getting in position. Now that he has 97 flanked, now he's able to climb up because he knows, okay, my initial work, this DN, he's no longer a factor in this play just based on, now, obviously Dan can't see this guy being in the play right here, but he also knows it's a 2-on-1. They're optioning off of this guy. So good body right here in terms of moving this guy out the way. He's no longer here. Now Dan says, I'm not going to just be satisfied with my initial block. I'm going to, try to get more because anybody can get one guy, but all the good guys get 2. And here he goes right here to the next level defender, which is another, secondary guy right here, a linebacker, I believe this is. Now he goes over here. Good hat and hands on him. Like the helmet placement, like where his hands are. I would like a better finish, but as a whole, that initial pop that he gave him was ultimately what sprung this quarterback and let him get as far as he did. Now, granted, 11 ends up making the play, so that's why I said I would like to see a better finish, but as a whole, good job by him taking care of, skipped a little bit. Good job by him, though, initially, like I said, taking care of his initial assignment, hands on him, and now getting to this next level defender right here. This is good, though, man. He takes 2 guys, man. And now from here, quarterback is able to have a little alleyway, but you do ask yourself, man, if you finished a little bit better right here, could we have a little bit different outcome? Potentially, we'll never know. But as a whole, man, good job by him in the run game. Got to continue to be more consistent here, though. And that's just with his game in general. The more consistent he plays, the better he's going to be. And we'll see what Adrian Clem can ultimately do for him from that standpoint. But as a whole, man, I definitely like this guy. I think he's going to provide really good competition for Chooks early on in the season.